inverse to this, though. There are things that can lull you into a false sense of security by looking queer when they're not. There's a particular salt and pepper pixie cut favoured by older women that I've begun referring to as Schrodinger's turf. It's like... I see that on the street and I think, you're either very for me or very against me. You're either Kathleen Stock or Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm not getting close enough to find out. I am on T-gel, or as I prefer to call it, boy slime. Slip, slap, slop. Protection from dysphoria all day long. It has not been an easy path, though. I think, as any trans person will tell you, trying to access HRT on the NHS is something of a quest. T-gel was my white whale, and I was Captain AFAB.
Are there any Dutch people here? Yes. Oh, no. Get her! No. Listen, nothing against you personally. I just, don't like the Dutch. I think... I know. I'm not allowed in this room to say that, but listen, wait, hear me out. Here's my big problem with the Dutch. Too good looking. Why do they look like that? Why are they all so attractive? It's not a problem you have in the UK, all right? But in the Netherlands, the Dutch it's too much. It's overwhelming. Everywhere you look, there's just hot people coming at you the whole time. Very symmetrical. It's like a whole country of 10s, okay? Which, as a 9, I found very unnecessary. The whole time. Very good looking, also very tall. Why are you so tall? Literally the flattest country on earth. Why are you so tall? It's like, you're so tall, how come you didn't see the Germans coming? You know what I mean? That's embarrassing. All right, too soon. Okay. That's all right. I don't know how everything works here. I'm still getting used to some things. Like, I am from Canada. I've been living in the Netherlands. Your drug laws make no sense to me at all because I do occasionally smoke weed every day, and it's not legal, which is adorable. That's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me that in this country, cocaine is legal, but weed is not. Like, what are you talking about? I'm so glad you laughed, because that joke usually really splits a room. Between people who know it's a joke and people who are like, sorry, what? But it's crazy. It really is wild to me that weed is not legal here. Like, it's in Canada, it's legal. No one cares. It's not a big deal. You can buy it. It's become this massive industry. Like, there's even like comedy. There's like weed comedy shows now, like 420 comedy shows. It's amazing. You can go. You can buy weed at the show. You can smoke your weed, and the audience. This guy loves it. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm telling you, a high audience is the best kind of audience. Because if they don't laugh, they'll just get it later. We have a tiny little house, but we have a huge bathroom. This is the best part of our house. We have a huge bathroom. We have a bathtub. And when we moved in together, we had a bath together. It was very romantic. Best day of my 2025, because that was the first time in my life I got to see a dick in water. What? What are you even talking about? 35 years, I had no idea. What are you talking? Listen, if you don't own a dick and you've never seen one in water, I'm about to blow your freaking mind, okay? This is fantastic news, all right? Get this. Listen, shut up. Listen, this is very important. Listen. Focus. Listen, pay attention. Listen, shut up. Listen. This is very serious stuff I have to tell you. Get this. Listen, shut up. Listen. Listen, shut up. Get this. Listen. Are you ready? Here it comes. Get this. Shut up. Listen. Get this. A dick in water floats. Like seaweed. It's amazing. It's majestic. That's one of those peaceful things I've ever seen. Oh man, I could hear Ariel in the background like, Dick in water is fantastic. That's great news. Honestly, that's the cure to the male loneliness epidemic. Talk about your seaweed dicks with each other. Best thing I ever saw. The second I saw it, I was like, how'd you do that? What button in your asshole did you just press to make that miracle happen?
Turns out you can't choose your own nickname unless you're a murderer. And Do you want your name to be the name of the location where you're based, followed by a method of killing? In which case I would be Greenwich Kindness. They say that it's a selling point for a thing to be homemade, but nobody's buying the condoms I've lovingly crocheted. So that... Don't start with that. That rhymes. Put that later. Start with an on. When you're speaking, do you have this when you speak to your therapist? I just want to know. So I want to ask, like, how mad am I? Because sometimes I think, you know, I've got OCD. I think I'm absolutely bonkers, but quite high functioning. And then sometimes I think, no, I think actually I'm pretty normal, just with occasional episodes. And I said, look, just tell me, please, how crackers am I? Like, just give a mark from 1 to 10, which is 10 is mad as a box of frogs and 1 is like sane as a table. And just tell me. She refuses. She won't tell me. She just stays there, clicking her claws and eating her krill. I do realise it's risky to tell you about my weaknesses. Because I might have enemies in. And they will exploit that. I know I've got enemies. How do I know? Because I'm woken up if there's ever construction work or roadworks near my house. It always begins half an hour before my alarm is set to go off. And finishes 5 minutes before it does go off. So somehow I'm filling it into my phone, that's going to them, they're coming the construction workers. The noise stops 5 minutes, but they do carry on for like half an hour after I've woken up for plausible deniability. They do the real quiet stuff like that. Just the mortar. Don't place the brick. Just the mortar. Don't place the brick. And then at about 8:30 they go off to, I assume, Thorpe Park, because that's what I do. If I got my work finished early, I go to Thorpe Park, beat the queues, get on a couple of the big ones quickly. All right.
So, Lou, has your person ever gotten into a relationship with someone they thought they could fix? 100% yes. Sit down if you've never got into a relationship with somebody that you thought you could fix. Yes! Is your person still standing? They're still standing! Okay, now, Lou, everyone who is still standing has got into a relationship with someone that they could fix. Now, did it work? Of course not. Sit down if it worked. Our purpose here is to educate as well as entertain. Okay, everyone is still standing. Okay, Lou. Okay, we'll try this one. It's a bit wordy. All right, fine. Lou, does your person resent their partner for not being the loose, free spirit that they first fell for without realising or acknowledging that there is a natural change that follows on from commitment and maybe they should take ownership of their own responsibility for that? Is your person sad that their partner is boring now but should get over it because it's kind of their fault? Yes, okay. Sit down if you are not sad that your partner is boring. Oh. I know, it's complicated, isn't it? It's a thinker. So everyone who remains standing, by which I mean Ricky, is perfectly happy that their partner is boring. Bear in mind... Oh! Sarah, so right up! Do you want to stand up, Sarah? We'll make it. You want to stand up as well?
I have to explain.
Okay, fine. All right, okay. Right, there's been a discussion between a pair of people. I don't know if you're a couple or not, and you're wearing green stickers, so I'm not going to interrogate you about it. You may or may not be a couple. However, one of you has stood up and one of you remains seated. Now... Meanwhile, on the fourth row, two of our most long-standing and loyal regulars...
I've got a green sticker.
Say again? You're right, you have got a green sticker, Ricky. So I can't comment on it or name you in full. However, one half of that couple remains standing and the other is sat down. And...
But I blame myself.
Oh, okay, fine, right, okay, fine. That's a get out of jail free card, that's fine. Okay, cool.
That's what you said, isn't it?
Say again?
That is what you said, isn't it?
For the sake of your relationship, yes, that's what I said. Fucking hell. Okay, now, so we've got two people. Lou, is your person still standing? They're still standing! Fucking hell. chance if there were anything at stake. Okay? Luke, does your person think that therapy is something that you can win? No. Sit down if you think that therapy is something you can win. Fucking quitters. Okay, your person's still standing? Okay, fine. Now, Lou,
Yes.
Does your person try and make friends with obviously dangerous dogs?
Yeah.
Yes, sit down if you do not try and make friends with obviously dangerous dogs. They both stand down! No applause, no applause! So anyway, we went to the Natural History Museum, and I was going there with my son and his class. And if you're not familiar with the Natural History Museum, it is the opposite of the Unnatural History Museum, which is a roiling mass of fecal tentacles, obsidian black, gently pulsing with the dull ache of a viscerally felt despair projected into your shattered soul by an unknowable cosmic horror. There is also a gift shop. The NHM, by the way, is currently running the Wildlife Photographer of the Year exhibition. Yeah. Yes, which is lovely. It's a lot more exciting than the Calm Life Photographer of the Year exhibition, which is a picture of a duck. It also has a T-Rex restaurant, which I assume all the food is on very small plates with very small cutlery. There's no such thing as small plates, only large waiters. Anyway, a tip for those of you, if anybody... a tip if you're ever doing childcare and you're finding it boring is you can just lie to the children. That is definitely a thing you can do. For example, if you're in the Natural History Museum and there are a load of pipes, you can say to them, and they ask what the pipes are for, you can tell them that those are the natural history pipes for bringing the natural history into the Natural History Museum. Yes, there was a lovely science show, lovely little science show about a place called Volcano Town. Yes, or as they called it in my day, Pompeii. And the kids were so fucking up for it, and it was lovely. And it's just wonderful seeing children, just anyone, be that enthusiastic about live performance, right? Like you don't end up with empty front rows or lack of enthusiasm in kids' gigs because they're yet to be exposed to the horror of bad crowd work, right? He knows, you know what I mean? It's like, we're done. It's like, what do you do for a living? I'm a child! I was thinking, it was a lovely experience, and I try to do as many of these things as I can, because I'm lucky that I'm able to do it, because of, work structure and that sort of thing. I think it's very important to be involved. Like, I was the only dad on this trip, right? All of the other parent volunteers were the mums. As the only dad on the trip, I was naturally appointed to be the boys' loo monitor, by default, and wrangling 14 boys, all of whom are 8 years old, who need to go in, wash their fucking hands, and come out again without falling over or shoving each other into a urinal or pumping so much soap out of one of the soap dispensers it fills the sink. It was quite the challenge. And to be fair, they were fine, but the loos were serving an area just for school groups, and there must have been about 500 children going through them at that time, and the absolute fucking state of them. And I am not squeamish. Like, I have had sex I'm not a man of narrow experience. I've had sex in more nightclub toilets than you've had hot dinners, provided you've only had 3 hot dinners. But one of the nightclub toilets was so disgusting, so repugnant, and so viscerally repellent that I can only describe it as looking like the inside of Keir Starmer's opinions. Honestly, the whole thing was lovely. It was really nice just having a day out with my son and his friends. Looking after other people's children is a lot more nerve-wracking than looking after your own. Because if your own one dies, it's only your own life you ruin. But I was given 4 children to look after, and obviously you're not supposed to have a favourite, right? But obviously you do have a favourite, and you end up ranking them in descending order of preference, given the potential burning building scenario. That's just forward planning. Now, my actual son is obviously my favourite. I would live him, I would die for him, I would kill for him. I've got a fucking list, right? Obviously he's my favourite, right? But there is, the others in my group, there's one that wants to join the army so he gets to fire real guns. Well, his fallback is the police, so he gets to hit people and not get told off for it. His words, not mine. Also, do I need to tell you that this child is a little brother, right? That is yet another reason why little brothers should be against the law. Little brothers only do two things well, and that is suck at things and dilute inheritances. Yes, some laughs of recognition. There's then there was one who knows that I'm a comedian, He's seen me do some children's gigs, which is lovely. He knows I'm a comedian, he says, yes, you know, the comedian's greatest fear is people laughing. And I don't have the heart to look him dead in the fucking eyes and tell him, no, it's climate change. That is definitely the biggest fear. And then there's my favourite of those three. It's one of the girls, very clever, a bit of a tomboy. Now, she's correctly worked out that being a boy is a lot more fun than being a girl. Just generally better. And so has clawed her way onto the boys' table like she's wrangling an upgrade to first class, which in a sexist society, she is. I mean, living in a sexist society does make me massively more sympathetic to trans people. So, like, trans men, I'm like, welcome to the team. Fucking pull up a chair and sit on it weirdly, right? Like, welcome. Welcome, brother. It's good, right? And trans women, I'm like, you know, you want to give up male privilege? Like, you must really fucking mean it. Like, good for you, right? Like, being a boy is brilliant. It is more fun and safer. You know what my skincare regime is? It's neglect. There we go. Fucking get on it. Anyway, so like this tomboy, the reason my favourite is because they spent the whole day tapping me on the shoulder so I would turn around and see the massive spit bubble that they had blown with their mouth. Which I think it's just blown it. It's like, and it's like properly fucking big. We're like not golf, like tennis, right? Like on our way to bowling, right? If she could fucking unhinge it like a cobra, right? I think we would simultaneously agree that it's fucking disgusting, but also absolutely fucking amazing, right? Fucking good for her, right? And this is the thing. So my son is nearly 9 years old, right? And he is no longer the tiny, vulnerable, high-stakes meat Tamagotchi that he was when he was a baby. And he's no longer the angry little emperor that he was when he was a toddler. And he's growing up to be a clever and compassionate, engaged young man who is still silly and loves bright colours and fabulous shiny things and fucking Minecraft. And I take him to school every morning. And I realised the other day that there's going to be a time when he doesn't want to hold my hand anymore. Which is obviously good, because we're not posh enough to get away with that sort of thing. But it is sad, because we've almost certainly held hands for most of the time in our lives that we're going to hold hands. And like we've reached like peak handhold, right? So make the most of the time that you have with the people that you love. Because they may grow up or grow away from you, because you never know when it'll be your last time telling them that the pipes pump in all the natural history. Something else to say. Cool. Thank you for your patience with that mushy bullshit.